Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So apparently, I need to be in front of the mic, not to the side of the mic. Good to know. Good to know. So I have big news. I have very big news. Rod Wheeler of the Seth Rich investigation. He's going to be on the show Monday at 8 p.m. live. And he's going to take questions. I hit him up earlier today and kind of made this point of, look, dude, you were somewhat smeared in the media. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not anything. But I am interested in this case. And you must understand, not so much the murder part. That's more so for the detective. I'm interested in the politics of it. And that sounds somewhat jaded in regards to the family. But this is not necessarily for me about the family. I feel for the family, in this particular case. But there's somewhat of a separate issue in, was he the leaker? This Russian narrative that these guys are coming up with, that whoop-de-doo, they can come up with whatever they want. If Julian Assange is pointing at this guy, is it possible that dude is the leaker? And I still err on the side of, yes, it's possible that Seth Rich is the leaker. Now, this particular detective, or investigator, was the center of a firestorm. He came out and it was reported that he said he either knew or he had in contact with particular evidence or had contact with someone who saw the evidence, something to that effect. And then the story was recanted. But you must understand, there's a difference between saying I'm changing a position on one part of the story versus I am a complete liar and I've changed my position on the whole story. I kind of make this point of, I don't think it's the latter. I don't know how many people do the latter. Like, that would be such a weird thing to do. So I want to hear his side of it. I want to be able to question him and have a conversation about it. So Monday, 8 p.m., Rod Wheeler, Seth investigation. It'll be live and he will be answering questions. I'm going to have to get a phone number. And maybe it's not even a phone number. I'm probably just going to use the chat platform. I'm probably going to have my wife handle that part for me. It's going to be a family-oriented show this time. So if she's going to handle that part for me, yeah, we can answer questions. And I think he said 15 minutes of questions. So he said he's open to answering as much as we want. We can talk as much as we want. He didn't give me any boundaries in regards to questions asked, so that's always nice. We'll see where it goes. I have to be honest, I like this interviewing thing. I tend to be, when I'm watching shows, I'm always in my head of like, why didn't you ask this? It's like there's information that that put it this way, it fails me often. And some of this is my fault because I assume certain things. Like I assume certain things to be true. It's creating a reality of sorts. Now, those things may not always be true. That's what I'm saying. Some of this is my fault. But I would see conversations and I would be like, but you guys are pretending something is not true, or you guys are pretending that there's no elephant in the room, and there's an elephant in the room. And as you're asking question after question after question, I think to myself, why aren't you asking the most incisive questions? Like, why aren't you asking the question that gets to the heart of the matter? So I like this. I like it. I like being in the seat where you can say, all right, this is a question I had when I watched this that nobody asked. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, guys. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to share, write, subscribe, and you can always support the work through Patreon. Monday, 8 p.m. Rod Wheeler. Thanks, guys.